Anthony Davis and the Lakers were back to playing basketball, and they welcomed back Austin Reaves, who missed the last 5 games, to the starting lineup. But it wasn't enough for the Lakers as they dropped another game, albeit they played pretty good defense in this one, but it wasn't enough as JJ Redick and the Lakers have now lost 8 out of their last 11 games. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is the Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get those Laker updates. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop straight into that game recap as the Lakers play tough defense, but the offense struggles. So, the Lakers lose this game here against the T-Wolves as it's their first game back for the rescheduled games because of the NBA Cup. So they lost this one 97-87 in Minnesota against the T-Wolves. And the Lakers, they did play pretty good defense in this one, and that really kept them in the game, but they really shot themselves in the foot due to their offense and their turnovers and miscues and just a lot of unforced errors that were really just contributing to the Lakers not getting good enough offense to really help them win this ball game, because their defense was there, but their offense really faltered in this one. So let's just dive into the stats as it tells a part of the story here as Anthony Davis led the way with 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 block shots. He did have 4 turnovers, and that was just a theme for the Lakers starters as everybody who started had at least 2 turnovers in this one. Austin Reaves in his game back had 18 points, 4 from 8 from 3, had 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Max Christie had a very solid game, had 15 points in that one, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists. And then off the bench, they actually had some nice defensive contributions from Christian Koloko, who I thought had tremendous 12 minutes that he played. He was a plus 12 in his minutes, which is very good for a team that lost by 10 points. But everybody else off the bench, from D'Angelo Russell to Dalton Connect, they could not find a rhythm from behind the arc as they were a combined 1 for 10 from 3. And they just really struggled shooting and generating some offense for the Los Angeles Lakers, which is much needed, especially when the Lakers were playing without LeBron James in this one. So the Lakers sorely did miss LeBron when it came to offensive creation, as this team is usually around top of the league in taking care of the basketball, but they just were stifled a little bit by Minnesota's length and athletes they have on the floor, with guys like Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. All those guys are very good long defenders, athletic, can do a lot of things. They were really good in the passing lanes, and that stifled the Lakers a little bit. And then on top of that, the Lakers were just making some careless mistakes here and there, whether it was just a lazy inbound here and there, or just not handling a pass from another teammate and having the ball go out of bounds. So just a lot of miscues like that really contributed to the Lakers not generating the offense they needed to really help overtake this T-Wolves team, because they couldn't they were really fighting back at different points in this game, because they start off the game very poorly with the turnovers, having 11 in that first quarter. But in that second quarter, they were able to bounce back and really make the game interesting, do it in those large parts because of those minutes of a guy like Christian Koloko. Like I said, his defensive presence was really impressive in this one. And this is the thing that you truly love to see, because this is the reason why you sign a guy like Christian Koloko, for the hope that he can do things like this. Albeit he's still a raw prospect and still growing as a player, but some of the things he already can do, whether it comes to defense, rebounding, and shot blocking, it's there. And he really helped the Lakers really stay in this one, and also spell Anthony Davis in those minutes that he did not play, because that has been a huge thing for the Los Angeles Lakers for the past couple of seasons now. When Anthony Davis goes off the floor, their defense really dropped, and Koloko had a really nice stint in this game, was really hustling, like I said, blocking shots, altering shots, and just doing what he needed to do, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He didn't score any points, but his defense really held the Lakers together in those minutes when Anthony Davis was not on the floor. And just that is what you hope to see. And you hope to see that he grows a little bit more, especially if the Lakers are going to be without Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood for this extended period of time. And then he wasn't the only guy who had played pretty good defense throughout the night. I thought Gabe Vincent held up solidly, especially in switches at times. And then Max Christie, I think, had a very nice game at points. And even though he didn't shoot the ball particularly well, D'Angelo Russell had some nice defensive moments. He had a very nice moment where it wasn't a chase down block, but he ran back to Nickeil Alexander to really force him to miss a dunk and some easy points, and the Lakers were able to take the ball the other direction. So they had some really nice defensive contributions from a couple of guys, but like I said, it just wasn't their offense. It just was their offense that was not good enough, and part of it can be contributed to not having LeBron James on the floor, but also part of it was just the Lakers just making a lot of careless mistakes because their defense was so solid. Let's just take a look even at the T-Wolves stats here as Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels led the charge for them with 21 points and 18 points respectively. And Anthony Edwards did have 23 points, but he got it off of 20 shots and was a plus 25. So that some of the minutes that their starters were playing, they were really putting a hurt on the Los Angeles Lakers. And obviously, because that is their main starting five. But even off the bench, they didn't have the particular scoring they're used to. Naz Reid, who is usually a Laker killer, was 3 of 10. DiVincenzo, who's been struggling of late, was 1 of 4. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker was 1 of 7. So that was the Laker defense, and them really impacting the T-Wolves and not helping them or not letting them to get into their offense and their regular flow. So they actually forced a couple of 24-second violations, which is things you like to see, especially as a coach. Even JJ Redick said it after the game that the Lakers probably played one of their best defensive games of the season, but their offense did not come along to the ride with them. And that is probably going to be a theme here. Like the Lakers, let's see if they're able to flip the script here and try to get better at defense, but let's see what happens to their offense. But it is a very important and crucial time for the Los Angeles Lakers, as that gets me to my next point here, and that is big decisions are looming. So this is a very interesting point where the Lakers are in the season, as they did not make the NBA Cup, but they're at 13 and 12 around this point, around like 10 in the Western Conference. And the good news is the Lakers still have room to make up ground and really play better basketball. But we are at this point of the season where we are starting to realize that this roster is not just good enough at points, especially with all these injuries, to really make an impact on winning at higher levels of basketball. So a deal or something has to be made for the Lakers to really get an influx of talent here, or just different types of players to really help the Lakers play a different style. Because yes, they were a lot better here defensively, but this team isn't really geared toward being a defensive monster team. So the Lakers have to find some way, whether it's upgrading at the point guard position, getting more athletic, more fast, or somebody who can play some defense, or is it maybe a big man, somebody that can help spell AD or even play with Anthony Davis at times to really help shore up that back line for the Lakers, or even be a solid big bruising five that can now push AD out to the wing, and then you can use his defensive versatility on the wing out there. So whatever that move is, Rob Pelinka and Jeanie Buss have to try to figure this out here, because it is getting to the point where we're starting to wonder about a guy like LeBron James and how much longer he has at this level. So LeBron James, who did not play against the T-Wolves and did not play against the Portland Trailblazers, and he was also not available for the Los Angeles Lakers, as he was excused during the week as he did not practice with the team. As JJ Redick was asked about it before the T-Wolves game, and then this is what he said as whether he was asked if LeBron was going to rejoin the team, and he just said a flat out no. He does not know when LeBron is going to rejoin the team. Now, I don't want to blow this out of proportion, as this could not be a bigger deal than it seems, as he could come back in the next game against the Memphis Grizzlies on Sunday, and then things are albeit a normal. But if he doesn't, and this is an extended absence that he's going to be away from the team, you are going to need help, especially when it comes to defense, speed, athleticism. Some of the things that you are already missing from the roster, and then when you don't have a guy like LeBron James, who can do a lot of things for you on the basketball court, is not there. then you are really scrambling to really make things work right, because the Los Angeles Lakers, like I said, they played good defense against the T-Wolves, but they just did not generate enough offense to win the game. And that can be a theme, especially when you're going against some of these other top teams in the Western Conference, because they're going to be able to compete, they're going to be able to score, they're going to be able to do things, especially on the fast break. And the Lakers are going to need to be able to counter that with proper requisite offense. And not having your one of your top dogs, and that is LeBron James, that really shuffles things for your team. And I don't think it's going to be, like I said, a long excuse absence, but then also we don't know, because this is untreaded waters here for LeBron James in year 22, and he's about to turn 40 years old. So the Lakers have to figure some things out. Like I said, it's probably going to take a deal, probably something of, I'm thinking of athleticism, speed, defense. That is something that the Lakers could really use in bunches, because they're missing a guy like Jared Vanderbilt and even a guy like Jackson Hayes, who can run around, jump, set hard screens, and just do some things. Do a lot of those dirty work things that you look for in some of these role players, as the Laker role players are more geared towards offense. So it was unfortunate to see the Lakers struggle against the T-Wolves, especially when they have so many offensive players still available, like Connect, Rui, and D'Lo all had poor shooting games. But that is going to happen in the NBA, but you still have to find ways to win. And we'll see if the Lakers are going to be up to that challenge. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Just there is 82% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker updates, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you don't miss any of those updates. All right, I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.